The Notorious Bettie Page.
Before I start this review, let me explain my position on pornography. While I can't speak from experience, I recognize that sex is as much for pleasure as it is for romance and reproduction, and there's no shame in having sex for fun. The same goes for pornography. A lot of people derive enjoyment from erotic pictures and media, and there is nothing wrong with that. Simply put, the human body is a beautiful thing. I have never bought a copy, but I like magazines like GQ and Esquire because they celebrate a woman's career, talents, and intelligence as well as her body. I have no problem with pornography as long as it doesn't show minors, and as long as it doesn't demean or exploit the participants. I think that bondage and fetish-related pornography does demean the participants, as it presents pain, discomfort, and even torture as sexually exciting. A 1955 Senate investigation into pornography is used as a framing device for pin-up model Bettie Page's life story, here directed by Mary Harron and co-written by Harron and Guinevere Turner. Toward the end of the trial, a grief-stricken father delivers his testimony in one of the film's many staggering performances. Apparently, this man's son died while trying to reenact a bondage scenario. The father's sorrow and outrage, as he blames pornography for his son's death, are utterly convincing, and you sympathize with him even if you don't agree. I don't really approve of bondage pornography, and it may corrupt some people and lead them to suicide, but saying that bondage porn is dangerous and will corrupt everyone who watches it is the slippery slope fallacy. It's like linking the Columbine shooting to violent movies. A lot of people love violent movies but aren't violent themselves. Ironically, even as the Senate investigation takes place, the people who buy Bettie's bondage pornography are lawyers, doctors, and other respectable members of society. Still more ironic is Bettie's conservative Christian upbringing, which she returns to shortly after the court ruling. It is a big shame that Bettie felt the need to abandon her pin-up career, as until the end Bettie was very comfortable with her body and loved showing it off in photo shoots. The Notorious Bettie Page offers an engaging glimpse into Bettie Page's career as a sex icon and the conservative, prudish attitudes of the American government at the time. Gretchen Mol certainly looks the part and delivers an outstanding performance. In a film with a lot of skimpy outfits and nudity, Mol still portrays a deep, nuanced character. What immediately struck me about Mol's acting is how genuine and enthusiastic she is in her role. Bettie Page comes across as a naive, sweet-natured woman who is uncertain about her faith.
What do you think Jesus would say about what you're doing now?
I hope that if he's unhappy with what I'm doing, he'll let me know somehow.
And who absolutely loves her job. The supporting cast is also very fun to watch. Jared Harris is charming, supportive, and adorably eccentric as famed photographer John Willie. Lily Taylor and Chris Bauer are enjoyable as siblings Paula and Irving Claw, who produce and sell bondage media not because they particularly like it, but because it's extremely popular. Austin Pendleton is warm, direct, and insightful as Bettie's acting teacher, and kinda reminds me of Robert McKee in Adaptation, only happier.
If you can't find that stuff in life, then you, my friend, don't know crap about life. And why the fuck are you wasting my 2 precious hours with your movie?
The clever opening establishes Bettie's fame as a bondage model and the government's investigations into pornography, and the ease with which the man in the trench coat switches from shy customer to professional cop made me smirk. Themes of sexuality, Christian values, and conservatism are consistent through the narrative, and the film moves at a steady pace. I should mention that Guinevere Turner, the co-writer of the Notorious Bettie Page, also wrote and acted in American Psycho and several episodes of The L Word. Turner is an openly lesbian woman in Hollywood, and this comes through in her work. She also wrote the script for Blood Rain, but stressed in an interview that director Uwe Boll rewrote about 80% of it and had the actors improvise a lot of their lines. So Turner doesn't have much of the blame for the Blood Rain movie. Most of the Notorious Bettie Page is shot in black and white, but a few scenes are in color. This choice of style was lost on me at first, but I soon understood what the filmmakers were going for. Black and white is appropriate for a decade like the 50s, but the occasional use of color really amplifies the beauty of the sunny beaches in Miami and enhances the authenticity of Betty's animated photo shoots. And a scene with a nude Betty decorating a Christmas tree wouldn't be as pleasing to the eye in black and white. Sexy and smart, the notorious Betty Page proves Gretchen Mol*s skill as an actress. With stellar performances, a solid, well-paced script, beautiful cinematography, and a mostly female crew, the notorious Betty Page is a compelling profile of the title's pin-up queen and of the conflicting desire and disgust of American society around her. The notorious Betty Page earns 4.5 stars out of 5.
A woman's body is a wonderful thing, but the head is useless. Ah!